Whether grinding corn or wheat, the miller relies on the same basic power source. Flowing water stored in the mill pond supplies all the energy needed to run Yates Mill's machinery. To release that energy, the miller opens the control gate of the flume and allows water to flow into the top of the water wheel, where the weight of the water turns the wheel. The rain gear attached to the wheel is meshed with a pinion gear on the end of the mill's main horizontal drive shaft. Through several power transfer systems, this long axle will supply energy to operate all the machinery in the mill above. To grind corn, a bevel gear at the far end of the main drive shaft transfers its turning force to a nut gear that is connected to the vertical spindle of the corn grinding millstones. Back at the drive shaft, a belt and pulley system is also transferring power to another horizontal axle located on the second floor. From this axle, more belts and pulleys and a third horizontal axle supply the energy that runs the corn sheller, grain elevator, and other operations upstairs. Corn becomes meal. The corn milling process starts at the ground floor of the sawmill shed, where dried ears of corn are shelled. Originally, this was done on a hand-cranked sheller. This direct-feed, lightning, double-throated sheller was added to the mill at a later time. Farmers might instead have shelled their corn at home before heading to the mill. Freed from the cobs, kernels of corn drop through a chute and into the bottom of a grain elevator, where small buckets scoop them up and carry them to the third floor. The cobs exit through a chute and pile up under the mill until they're cleaned up and used for other purposes. The grain then moves through a chute to the second floor, where a simple corn cleaner runs kernels over several wire screens. Dirt and trash are filtered through holes in the wire screens, while the clean corn tumbles down and is collected in a garner and then is conveyed through a chute into a grain hopper positioned above the quartzite millstones. The shoe feeds the kernels into the eye of the stone as the movement of the damsel helps regulate the flow of grain. As it's ground, cornmeal is forced from between the stones into the surrounding wooden hoop or casing, and from there into the meal bin to be bagged. Cornmeal was not sifted at Yates Mill. It was sold unbolted. And that's how we make cornmeal at Yates Mill.